We're on tape.
Try pressing it down again, yeah. Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing as good as expected.
There you go. Okay, this morning we are interviewing Roy Ahner
Right.
at the Sterling American House. Today is August 9th and the year is 2010. Pleased to meet you, sir. Looking at your application over here, and you were born in North Dakota. That's a long way from any of the waters. How did you join the Navy?
It's saying just here. Oh,
You joined the Navy when you were in North Dakota.
no, I was in Montana then.
You were not that still a long ways from the water, from salt water.
Oh, yeah.
So what made you decide to join the Navy?
Well, I didn't want to join the Army.
Well, this is before the war. This is 1940, right?
Yeah.
So what made you join the Navy?
Well, I thought it was something different.
You wanted to see the world, right? Did you think that there was going to be a war?
Seen the world, the west part of it.
Yeah. Did you expect that there would be a war? Because we weren't involved until later on.
Pardon?
We weren't at war in 1940 when you enlisted. Did you expect that there would be a war, or did you just want to try something different?
Try something different.
And where did you take your basic training? Where did you take your
San Diego.
In San Diego, huh? How were the facilities over there? You took your basic training at in Frisco?
San Diego.
San Diego. Okay, and where did you go from there?
There I was on the, put me on the Utah.
That's where you went to Pearl Harbor in Utah.
Yeah,
And you were there when they were attacked?
yeah.
And you were on the Utah, and did it come under a heavy fire?
Now what?
Did it come under a heavy fire?
Oh, they sunk my ship over there,
They sank it, it went down.
right under the dock.
Were you in the water?
Yeah.
How long were you in the water before you got picked up?
Oh, I had my life jacket on.
Uh-huh.
I stayed, nobody picked us up.
How long were you in the water?
Oh, I'd say about 15, 20 minutes.
Uh-huh. Were you wounded? Did you get some shrapnel or anything like that?
I would have been wounded if it hit that. We had 24,000 rounds of ammunition on there.
Uh-huh.
The old Baltimore was tied up in the harbor. They used that for ammunition storage.
So how many of your buddies were picked up from the water at that day?
No, after I got out of there, underneath the dock, that's where when there was machine gunning,
Okay.
machine scraping, as you call it. Then they were digging the trench to the hangar. It was about 3 or 4 foot deep. We were laying in there, I don't know, maybe a half hour, one on top of the other.
Uh-huh.
And then after the bomber was all over, we had to stand in the chow line. And that wasn't long. And all them ships had to feed all them people there.
So did you lose any close friends? Did you lose any buddies? Did you lose any buddies?
Oh yeah, a lot of good buddies. Yeah, a lot of one. Him and I was together for a long time. And I lost him real bad.
Then were you assigned to another ship after that?
Yeah, after about 3 or 4 days later, they assigned me to USS San Francisco.
And what type of vessel was that?
It's a heavy cruiser.
And then you saw action in the Pacific after that?
No, I didn't stay on there too long. I got orders from Washington, D.C. to go out and hunt for the Jap fleet. One ship go out there and hunt for the Jap fleet. And they found us and made sardines out of us.
Did he make contact with the enemy?
No, not then.
So what other battles were you in?
Oh, it's in, I can't think of them now.
Were you at Midway? Were you at Midway?
There wasn't no battle there.
Okay. How about the Philippines? Were you there when they invaded the Philippines?
I went to the Philippines later on. There were a few little battles.
There's no such thing as a little battle. If you get shot at, that's a big battle.
Yeah. And then I forget what. Oh, I went and transferred me to USS Satula.
Okay.
That was a cargo ship.
How long were you on that one?
I was on her about a year.
Uh-huh.
That's when I went to the Philippines with a load of cargo. We had a few torpedoes fired at us, but they missed.
Very good. You must have had a lucky charm with you or something. How about mail? Did your mail keep up with you? Did you get mail from home?
No, it come after I come back.
After you came back, all your mail caught up to you. How was Navy food?
And what?
How was the Navy chow? How was the food?
They had good chow there
Yeah.
on some ships. They all them ships in the same on chow.
Uh-huh. How about the facilities? You were chief petty officer? You were chief?
Yeah.
And how were the facilities on the ship? Did you have
No, they were pretty good.
Did you have a wardroom?
No, we had cheap quarters.
Okay. You didn't have to sleep in a hammock or anything like that?
No. Before I made chief, I was second deck below. And I had the top bunk. That's the worst bunk I have in there. When the alarm goes off, them guys going zoom, zoom, zoom. You didn't dare get down in there, they knock you down.
Hmm. So were you a smoker? Did you smoke cigarettes?
Then I did, yeah.
Uh-huh. Did the Navy supply you with them, or did you get them from the PX or ship stores?
No, you had to buy them, 5 cents a pack.
5 cents a pack, huh? Now, it's ridiculous what they ask for a package of cigarettes.
You get 1 cigarette for that here.
Yeah, that's about it. So what else do you want to tell us about ship life?
And then they transferred to the, let's see, a long time ago. Tula, that was a cargo ship. They sent me to Seaplane down there. And I was on there about a year. They stuck us out on them islands there, and there's where you stayed.
What other islands did your ship put into?
Nothing, but didn't matter to each other.
Didn't make any difference to you, huh?
I had been stationed in one place it did.
Did you get to Guam or Okinawa, any of the islands?
Yeah, we made all them islands.
Did you make any lifelong friends that you keep in touch with?
Make what?
Did you make any friends that you keep in touch with?
I did for a while, but they all dropped out.
Uh-huh. How about veterans organizations? Did you ever join the VFW or the American Legion?
No, I still belong to VFW.
You do, huh? Which post do you belong to?
My main post is in Hale, Michigan.
Quite a few, quite a few.
You know where Hale's at?
Yeah, sure.
I helped put that building up there.
Uh-huh.
Not to build it. When we took over, I helped to change it over.
Uh-huh. So you lived up in Hale?
I lived there then.
Uh-huh. Were you a fisherman and a hunter up there?
I was a hunter, no fisherman.
No fisherman, huh? Big game or?
I had enough water.
Yeah,
Enough water.
I would imagine. So did you have hash marks on your, you went in before Pearl Harbor, so you got the little yellow ribbon, the pre-Pearl Harbor ribbon, along with the Asiatic Pacific?
I had that campaign bar,
Right.
the Asiatic Pacific.
Were you a good man? Did you get a good conduct medal?
Yeah. I ain't got the medal. I don't know what I'm doing. I had it when I,
You know that you could still get replacements from the government.
yeah.
Yeah, you can contact the Veterans Administration and they'll give you replacements for any of the medals that you were entitled to. You still have your discharge papers?
Yeah.
All you have to do is send them a copy of your discharge papers and they'll send you any of the medals that you had coming. And you had quite a few.
I moved so many times, I got lost somewhere along the line.
Uh-huh. Did you join any other veterans organizations?
American Legion,
American Legion too, huh?
I'm a life member there.
Been a life member. Very good. Did you take advantage of the GI Bill when you got out of the service? Did you?
No, I didn't. I never started until this year when I applied for the benefits they got.
Right.
That's when I started the VA benefits.
Okay. And did you contact the people in Mount Clemens, or which VA facility did you work with?
One in Mount Clemens.
Yeah. Okay.
What was her name?
I don't know who's in charge there now.
I don't
But,
know, I can't
Did you
think
get any medication from the Veterans Hospital? Did you get any medication Any prescriptions?
Never was in a veterans hospital.
Uh-huh.
I guess I should have been, I threw away a lot of benefits.
Well, you earned a lot of advantages that you should have taken care of. You should have applied to the Veterans Administration earlier. You were one of the greatest generations, and you contributed a lot to the war effort and to the people at home. You said that the mail was pretty regular. You got your mail all right?
Yeah.
And when you went back to San Diego after your service was done with,
No, I never been back there.
where were you discharged?
46.
Yeah. Where were you discharged?
Where was it? I gotta think of it. Where was it now? Someplace on the west coast.
Where were you when they dropped the bomb in Japan? Were you still on shipboard? When you dropped the bomb in Japan, the atomic bomb that ended the
Oh,
war?
no, we was on the stateside then.
You were stateside.
And I had a buddy that was on Missouri.
Uh-huh.
That's where they signed the peace treaty.
Right, right. So was there a lot of celebrating going on in your outfit when the peace was declared?
So much yelling, you couldn't hear nothing.
Uh-huh. Were you a drinker, or were you a teetotaler, or?
Oh, I drank a little bit.
So when the war was
Couldn't
over?
drink too much because I wasn't used to it.
Yeah.
You had to be an aviator to get that liquor on board ship.
Yeah. And the enlisted men were limited to having a beer ration, and that was it. You didn't get the hard stuff.
Yeah. I remember one time out there, I forget so many islands, I'm gonna name them all. And when they give us each one can of beer, go ashore.
Uh-huh.
Well, some of them didn't drink beer. And they sold them for $1.
Wow.
One can.
That's profiteering.
Yeah.
How about the,
And one chief machinist lady, he's a big guy, had a big belly sticking out. He got that cut open. Somebody stabbed him.
wow.
He come aboard ship with a hole in his guts in there.
Hmm. What, he was attacked by somebody ashore?
So they changed that. And you had to, I think it was, we had to give 25 or 30 cents for a can of beer when we left the ship. Those that didn't like beer never water, so that killed that off, that profit.
How about on shipboard? Did anybody distill any of the whiskey? Heard a lot of stories about the guys that used to make.
And pilots, and them duckwork along there, that's where they had their storage, whiskey. They was the only ones that allowed to bring whiskey aboard.
How did you get along with the officers? Did you have a good captain?
You know, good. Some captains wasn't too good.
Were those all lifetime professional officers, or were they wartime officers?
They were professional officers.
They stayed in, huh?
I remember one time the first lieutenant was standing underneath the hangar deck. That was on Utah. And somebody was running there without a life jacket. See, you're supposed to take when that general alarm sound, you're supposed to have the life jacket with you. And he didn't have a life jacket. That first lieutenant took his off and threw it at him. I never seen that first lieutenant anymore. I don't know whether they meant it on it or not.
He was thinking of his men first before himself.
Yeah,
No, that's a good officer. How about the rest of the crew? Any problems? Any friction on the boat when they were at sea? Any speds, any
No.
quarrels?
Master arms are pretty strict there.
Okay, did you ever end up in a brig?
Yeah, I did. I was in the brig. 5 days, red water.
Uh-huh, what the heck did you do? Did you get that?
I hit a chief.
You hit a chief.
And I've done it.
Was it worth the effort? Were you heavy?
No,
Bed water was pretty nasty, was it?
and I mean, a good lesson. Respect the officers.
There you go. Did you get respect when you were chief?
Yeah, I did.
What was the fight about with the chief? Why did you hit the chief?
He was gonna send me down the hole where I didn't wanna go.
What was the hole?
I went down halfway and come up, and that's when I hit him.
What was so bad about the hole? What was the hole?
There's a place where it's got a ladder on the bulkhead. Crawl down and they store stuff down. That's what they call a hole.
He was sending you down there to get something?
No, to do something.
Oh, to do something. What did he want you to do?
I don't remember what that was. I don't remember what he wanted me to do.
Did you work above decks or below decks?
Hmm?
Did you work up topside, above decks, or were you down in the engine room?
No, I was in the carpenter shop.
Okay,
The ship fitters and the carpenters were together.
I see. How was the weather? Did you run into any typhoons while you were on ship?
Yeah, I run into one. Forget what the ship was on. But I think they could really come up in a hurry. And they had stuff on the deck there. And before the thing come and hit the ship, the captain hollered, "Skewer all the tail on deck." Well, there's one boatswain mate went out there, and that big wave of water come over. That's the last time we seen them.
You get washed overboard?
Took him right off the ship.
Wow. It must have been some storm.
A typhoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't last long, but can do a lot of
He was
damage.
powerful. Did you say that you served on a carrier too at one time? Were you on a carrier?
No, I wasn't on a carrier. How was I? I don't know, I was on 6 different ships and then when I was in my hits.
6 different ships, you must have moved around quite a bit.
Well, every time I wanted to make a right, you had to get off of there. You make one raid on a ship, you go right way in the back of the line.
Did you ever ride in a bosun's chair from one ship to the other? That's gotta be scary.
No, I liked it. In fact, I was on one of them lines. I got pneumonia. They put me on a line, tried to get over the ship. I was going back to the States.
Did they put you on a hospital ship?
No, I was on a battleship, on the ship.
How was the medical treatment aboard the ship? Did they have a good doctor?
Oh yeah, they had pretty good doctors there.
Did you get any tattoos? You got an anchor on your chest or whatever? There you go. Pull it all the way up. All the way up. There you go. It's got to be a Navy man without a tattoo is not a Navy man, right?
I was put on San Francisco.
Uh-huh. And did he have an initiation when you crossed the equator?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that thing. It used to be a lot of fun.
Did they put a lot of spaghetti in your hair and dye your...
They on chairs, and they made you sit on the chair, and they had it electrified.
Like
Not
a-
very strong, but
They gave you a jolt.
Give you a jolt. One officer, he sit down there. They give him a pretty good shot. Oh, he was straight up.
Yeah, I would imagine. So did they dye your hair green with seaweed or anything like that during the initiation?
And what?
Did they put seaweed in your hair, or did they douse you with water, or they
Oh,
made
they
you-
dodged you with water, yeah. You won't forget it. You got some of them were pretty rough.
Yeah. The guys that had crossed before were took advantage of you guys that were crossing for the first time.
And then one place out there is you go from American time to Greenwich time. You lose a whole day.
Yeah, crossing the international date line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it
One day it's Monday and you cross the line and it's Tuesday. And then you get the day back when you're coming back
was. Yeah,
across again.
come back, you get more pay.
Yeah, it would be overseas pay, combat pay. What did you do when you get out of the service?
I went to work here at Ford Motor Company.
Okay. In Dearborn?
No, right out here, 17-mile mountain.
Okay.
I worked there 30 years.
How did you wind up in Michigan?
Oh, I had a cousin down there. And she lost her husband at that time. Thought I'd come down and help her out.
Did you ever go back to North Dakota?
Oh yeah, I was back quite a few times. There's nothing left there.
Things have changed, huh?
There's nobody there. So I moved out.
Was that a small town that you were born in?
A small town that's all closed up, nothing there.
Hmm.
Just a post office and one bar.
Post office and a bar.
I was born and raised in that town.
Did other guys in town join the Navy to see the world, or
Yeah.
did you go by yourself, or did you have a buddy when you enlisted?
No, I went by myself. I ain't got my teeth in there. I forgot my teeth.
So you were married, when you came back to Michigan, you get married and raised a family?
Yeah. Lived with a woman for 59 years. She was a good woman too. But she got up and didn't want to live anymore. That was the end of it.
How about children and grandchildren? You have a big family?
No. One daughter, one granddaughter.
Is there anything else you want to tell us about your service?
Well, at Pearl Harbor, that was really something there.
I would imagine.
Were you asleep when they attacked?
No, we just getting up.
Just getting up?
I looked out at the side hatch open, which is the hatch they call it, like a door. With the hatch had open. That was a Japanese 4-engine bomber flying low, taking pictures.
Were you below decks? Were you below deck?
Yeah. Not when I went over. If I'd have been down there, I would never got out.
How many men did they lose on your ship that went down?
I think it was about 250 or something like that. We didn't have a big crew on there.
Were there a lot of guys who were on leave for the weekend, or
No,
was that
we only had about 300 on there.
I see.
See, that wasn't a battleship. It was a target ship. Japs didn't want that. We was tied up in Saratoga's place, and she was 48 hours late. We were supposed to get on there, on the way, Monday morning. Well, this didn't happen. We're still there, we never got on our way. We had 24,000 rounds of ammunition on there. Supposed to take over the whole Baltimore. Never got there. Then if they had that torpedo a little lower, they'd have got that magazine. It blew us sky high, and
Did you ever go to any of the conventions, or did you ever get together with any of your buddies for a reunion? Did you get together with your buddies for a reunion?
Oh, every once in a while we got together, yeah. But that finally broke up.
How long did the attack last in Pearl Harbor?
Oh, I'd say around an hour. After they dropped the bomb, then they come machine gun. Actually got most of the men.
They machine gunned them while they were in the water?
Yeah. There's another thing. They put me on a lifeboat. 50 survivors out there, and there was all oil on there, burning. You grab one of these guys, you want to pull him aboard, you pull his arm off. Oh, that was sickening. I had to get off of there because I couldn't eat. Thinking about that all the time.
Were you hurt when you went into the water?
No, I wasn't hurt.
How long was it before you got another ship after Pearl Harbor and the Utah went down?
It was only a couple of days.
Yeah, but how long before you got another ship?
That was only a couple of days. I don't know. I was in Pearl Harbor about 8 days later. Well, that's something, that chow line over there. Well, you can't blame the cooks because they wasn't prepared for that. All them people to stand in line. You might get dinner and then it's supper time.
Other than waiting in the long lines, how was the food in the Navy? Pretty good? How was the food instead of,
Not very good, then. Mostly cold cuts.
yeah? No hot meals?
No. You had to have one evening.
Hmm.
This is so long ago. I forgot all about a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Was anybody on the Utah able to fire back at the Japanese?
We didn't have no guns on her.
You didn't have any guns.
No, that was a target ship.
What is a target ship?
They dropped dummy bombs on there, sandbags, water bags, up from the airplane. And we had to go out there and mark where all them hits were.
I say,
Some of them bags, when they hit there, they really shook the ship.
kind of ironic that you were a target ship and then you were a target for the Japanese.
I get that spell like that.
Okay, thanks for the interview. And we want to thank you again for your service during World War II. You
Thank
belong
you.
to the greatest generation, and things wouldn't be the same if we didn't have men like you and your servers. So thanks again.
God, I met you.
Glad I met you.